It seems that your person is currently dealing with a significant amount of inner confusion, and a major contributor to this turmoil is their ego. This ego acts as a powerful barrier, preventing them from reaching out to you and truly addressing their feelings. For many of you, communication with your person has been minimal or even completely non-existent for several months now. If you are still in consistent communication with your person, this message may not resonate with you, as it is specifically for those who are experiencing a separation or a complete lack of contact. This reading focuses on twin flames who are not talking to each other and whose person is actively avoiding face-to-face interaction. In the recent past, you may have found yourself in a defensive position. Perhaps during a moment of frustration or hurt, you said something to your person that wounded their ego. It is important to note that your words were not spoken out of malice, but rather from a place of clarity and deep understanding. You have always been able to sense how your person feels about you, even when they try to hide or deny it. Their stubborn attitude, however, has led to a cycle of them running away from the connection and then coming back, which has undoubtedly left you feeling emotionally exhausted and upset. Your person, despite their behavior, is an incredibly sensitive soul. They feel emotions deeply and are easily hurt, even if they rarely show it. This sensitivity is one of the reasons they have kept their distance. They fear vulnerability and the possibility of being left out in the cold, a painful experience they have likely endured repeatedly in their past. Since their younger years, they have been treated poorly by others, leaving emotional scars that they carry with them to this day. To protect themselves, they have developed a habit of wearing false masks, presenting a facade to the world that conceals their raw and unguarded emotions. However, you have a remarkable ability to see through these masks. You can perceive their true self and understand the feelings they work so hard to hide. This ability to read them, even from a distance, has startled them more than they might admit. The idea that someone can see through their carefully constructed walls is both terrifying and awe-inspiring to them. They have spent so long shielding their true self that the thought of being fully seen feels overwhelming. Yet, at the same time, they deeply admire and love you for this very quality. Your understanding nature and your ability to see through their defenses are qualities that set you apart in their eyes. This push and pull dynamic between you stems largely from their unresolved fears and insecurities. They are terrified of being vulnerable because they associate vulnerability with rejection and abandonment, feelings that have haunted them since their formative years. The pain of opening up only to be hurt again is something they try desperately to avoid, even if it means pushing you away or avoiding the connection altogether. Yet, this avoidance only deepens the confusion and emotional distance between you both. It is worth noting that their behavior does not stem from a lack of love or care. On the contrary, their feelings for you run deep, but their fear of being hurt makes it difficult for them to fully embrace those emotions. They are trapped in a cycle of wanting to connect but simultaneously pulling away to protect themselves. This internal struggle often manifests as hot and cold behavior, leaving you wondering where you stand with them. What you need to understand is that this journey is as much about their healing as it is about yours. They need time to confront their fears, break free from the ego-driven defenses they have built, and learn to trust in the connection. This is not an easy process, and it requires patience, compassion, and understanding from both sides. While it may feel frustrating and even painful at times, your ability to see their true self and love them despite their flaws is a significant part of what makes this connection so powerful. Ultimately, this separation is not permanent but rather a period of growth and self-reflection. Both you and your person are being called to address your respective wounds and rise above the challenges that have kept you apart. While they may not be ready to reach out just yet, this does not mean they do not care or think about you. On the contrary, your connection is likely on their mind more often than you realize. In the meantime, it is essential for you to focus on your own healing and growth. By doing so, you not only empower yourself but also create the space for them to do the same. Trust that this journey is unfolding as it should and that, in time, the clarity and resolution you seek will come to light. Until then, remember that your ability to see and love them for who they truly are is one of the most beautiful aspects of this connection, and it is something they cherish deeply, even if they cannot express it right now. Sincerely, I'm sorry. I promise you, I never meant to hurt you, please, believe me. It was never my intention to cause you pain, and if I could take it all back, I would do so in a heartbeat. You are always in my thoughts, and in my dreams. I often see us together, living the happy life I know we are capable of having. Our relationship means so much to me, more than words could ever express. I value you deeply, and I cannot emphasize enough how special you are to me. You are truly one of the best people I have ever met, and my heart belongs to you entirely. Right now, it is hard for me to find the right words to express what I feel inside. You are so incredible at showing your love, and it amazes me how effortlessly you communicate your emotions. I wish I could do the same, but I've always struggled to put my feelings into words. Still, I want you to know that I am trying my best, and I hope you can feel the sincerity behind every word I say. I am not the same person I once was. I've changed, grown, and learned so much because of everything we've been through. I believe our connection is about to transform for the better, and I'm committed to making that happen. One of the things that inspires me the most is the effort you put into making everything between us work. Your strength and determination are unmatched, and seeing how much you give of yourself has opened my eyes to what I need to do to be better, not just for you, but for us. Because of you, I've realized that no challenge is too great when it comes to protecting and nurturing our relationship. I am ready to fight for our connection with everything I have, no matter how many changes I need to make in my life. You are worth every bit of effort, and there's nothing I wouldn't do to make things right between us. You are my happiness, and without you, life feels incomplete. I want that happiness back, the kind that can only come from being with you. This waiting period, this distance or uncertainty between us, won't last forever. I am confident in my feelings for you, and I am absolutely certain that no one could ever love and care for me the way you do. Your love is unlike anything I've ever experienced, and I am endlessly grateful for it. Looking back, I see all the moments where you showed your love, your patience, and your willingness to stand by me, even when things weren't easy. Those moments mean the world to me, and they've stayed with me through everything. They remind me of the incredible bond we share and the potential for an even brighter future together. I don't take any of it for granted. You've shown me what it means to love and be loved in the purest and most genuine way, and for that, I will always be thankful. I know that actions speak louder than words, and I want to show you just how much you mean to me. I want to be the partner you deserve, the person who matches your love, your dedication, and your incredible spirit. The changes I'm making in my life are not just for me, they're for us, for the beautiful relationship I know we can have. I see a future where we're stronger, happier, and more connected than ever, and that vision keeps me going. Thank you for being the amazing person you are. Thank you for your patience, your kindness, and your love. You have given me so much, and I want to give you everything in return. I want to be the reason you smile, the person you can count on, and the one who makes you feel as cherished as you make me feel. You are my love, my heart, and my everything, and I will do whatever it takes to make sure you know that every single day. I know we still have a journey ahead of us, but I am hopeful and determined. Together, we can overcome anything, and I truly believe that our best days are still ahead. Thank you for standing by me, for believing in me, and for giving me a love that has changed my life. I promise to do everything I can to honor that love and to show you how much you mean to me. You are my everything, and I am so lucky to have you in my life. Thank you for being you, my love. I was harsh with you in the past, not because I didn't love you, but because I didn't know how to show my love. It's hard for me to admit this, but my actions weren't guided by a lack of affection, rather, they stemmed from my own insecurities and inability to express what I truly felt. I've never been in a relationship where the connection felt so intense, so life-changing, and so raw. When you came into my life, everything shifted. You made me feel things I didn't know I was capable of feeling, and that scared me. I didn't know how to handle it, and for that, I hurt you. I'm deeply sorry. Before you, my life was simpler, but it was also emptier. I didn't realize just how much I was missing until you came along and filled those empty spaces with your love, your laughter, and your presence. The bond we share is something I have never experienced before. It's as if you awakened a part of me that had been dormant all along. This connection we have is powerful, and it overwhelmed me. Every time you are close to me, I feel a nervous excitement that I can't seem to control. It's not the kind of nervousness that comes from fear or doubt, it's the kind that comes from knowing how much you mean to me and worrying that I might not be enough for you. I've tried so hard to suppress my emotions because that's what I've been conditioned to do. Vulnerability wasn't something I was ever taught to embrace, and showing my feelings has always felt like a risk. But no matter how hard I tried to hide what I felt for you, my eyes always gave me away. Haven't you seen it? Haven't you noticed the way I look at you? There's a depth in my gaze that I reserve only for you. It's not the same way I view anyone else. No one compares to you. The way you walk, the way you speak, the way your presence lights up a room, it's all uniquely you, and it's all irreplaceable. I know you love me unconditionally. Your love has been unwavering, even when I didn't deserve it. I've seen how you stand by me, how you fight for us, and how you show your love without hesitation. That kind of strength and courage is something I admire deeply about you. But it's also something I've struggled with in myself. I've felt judged by others about our connection, and I let that judgment get to me more than I should have. I've worried about what people would think, about whether I was good enough for you, and about whether I could live up to the kind of love you give so freely. Those insecurities held me back and made me act in ways that I regret. You, on the other hand, have always been fearless in your love for me. You've never hesitated to show the world how much I mean to you, and that's something I've always admired. Your openness, your authenticity, and your ability to love without restraint are qualities that inspire me every day. I see how you look at me with pride and affection, how you hold my hand as if to say to the world, "This is my person." And now, I want to do the same. I don't want to hold back anymore. I don't want to let fear or insecurity dictate how I show my love for you. You deserve someone who can match the love you give, someone who can stand beside you with the same strength and confidence that you've always shown. I want to be that person for you. I want to be someone who can make you feel as cherished and valued as you've made me feel. I want to let go of the walls I've built and let my emotions flow freely, without worrying about what others might think. Because at the end of the day, it's you and me that matter. Our connection, our love, and our journey are what's important, not the opinions of others. I hope you can see how much you mean to me, even if I haven't always shown it in the right ways. I'm learning, growing, and striving to be better for you and for us. You've taught me so much about love, courage, and vulnerability, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. You've shown me what it means to truly care for someone, and you've made me want to be the best version of myself. So here I am, baring my soul to you in the hope that you'll understand just how deeply I care for you. I'm ready to match your strength with my own, to show the world how much you mean to me, and to love you as openly and fearlessly as you've loved me. You are my everything, and I want to spend the rest of my life proving that to you.